Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Gregor Horvat and welcome to our new episode of Surfing the Elliott Waves, where I'll look at some of the most interesting developments for this week. This video has been brought to you by Orbex. I will look at cable, loonie, silver, kiwi and German DAX. Now firstly, looking at cable here, we are seeing a very nice bounce away from that support back from 2019 highs and also 2020 highs after a free wave drop within this downward channel. So this looks like a perfect pause within uptrend, meaning that I will be looking for much higher prices after this breakout here. Currently we are trading at this upper trend line resistance of this bull flag, where market slowdown actually after again COVID cases have increased in UK. So maybe that's the reason for current corrective pause, but overall we think that again sooner or later this currency pair will be higher. Now when looking at the 4-hour chart, we are tracking already these impulsive characteristics to the upside, meaning more upside here could be seen here in maybe already in the near term, since we are tracking and observing very slow price action here. It looks like a correction on the way up, so watch out for more upside here while the market is above 1.3645 level, because that's in validation. Because as you know, if wave 4 comes back into this wave 1 or wave 2 area, well, then we know that market is not impulsive anymore and that something else is going on. And now let's take a look at dollar CAD. Now Canadian dollar has been one of the strongest recently, and obviously it has something to do with energy crisis. As you know, crude oil has seen a very significant extensions to the upside, and looks like that there can be even more gains after pullback. So looking at the dollar CAD here, in fact this pair has turned to the downside after we retested this 1.2955 level. I highlighted this as a very important resistance in the past, and notice that we recently came down out of this downward channel. So there is a chance for more weakness, especially if we also consider that maybe dollar index is at the resistance, but dollar CAD is already trading lower. So imagine that if dollar index is really again coming to the downside because of potential buyers that will occur on euro, then obviously this could mean that even strong currencies will produce even more gains in upcoming weeks. So for now I will stick with this bearish view, but I also have prepared the second alternate scenario. If we suddenly hold this 122.50 support, then obviously maybe we could be even headed higher for a rally, but in the short term, as I said, 122.50 even on these bearish interpretations could be a very important level. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we are currently seeing a very nice downtrend. We have lower swing highs and lower swing lows, meaning that this is a downtrend here on the intraday basis, and I will continue to observe for more weakness while this trend line resistance holds. Currently we are trying to see some kind of a recovery here. It's very choppy, very slow one, so ideally that's already wave 4, but as you know, wave 4 can retrace back into the area of a former wave 4, which in our case is around 124.50, and then you have also 124.90, very nice resistance when looking back here at the previous wave X swing lows. So I think that there's a chance for a fifth wave sell-off, and then let's see what happens around 122 levels. But for now, I think that we should stick with this bearish trend as long as we are obviously trading, as I said, below this trend line resistance and 25.19 validation level. Now let's take a look also on New Zealand dollar. Now New Zealand dollar has seen some very nice recovery recently, and we've been tracking and identifying this counter trend movement for a while. We stopped at this 67.90 support, and so far you can see a very nice continuation higher, still only in 3 waves, but if really we are going back to these 2021 highs, then obviously this rise should become even more impulsive. I also have an alternate scenario here where actually I'm looking at the potential leading diagonal from the highs and a free wave rally, meaning a limited upside. But what is key with this wave count is that you have still ongoing wave C. Well, wave C is a motive wave, should be made by 5 subwaves, and if you look closely on this substructure, there is room for more upside. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm having completely different wave counts on base, let's say, for the next few months, but for the short term, it looks like that even bearish interpretations has room for some more upside. So when looking at the 4-hour chart, I think that this is probably the most important structure here for short-term traders. Now we are seeing a very nice potential ongoing 5 waves up, as I said, either as part of this bullish interpretation that will take us back to these 2021 highs, or maybe it's only wave C of that bearish structure with a limited upside. But as I said, wave C is a motive wave, it should be made by 5 waves. So I'm seeing this as a temporary pause on the way up. I see wave 4 now coming into the first support here at 71.34 level, but then you have even stronger one at 70.90 area, where you have also this broken channel resistance that could become very nice support around 38.2%. Okay, so I'm thinking about more upside on New Zealand dollar, while the US dollar index could actually be slowing down at resistance or even finally break lower. Now let's take a look also on silver. Now silver is making some very interesting developments here on the higher degree time frame charts. You can see that market has been very choppy since 2020 August, and looks like that this could be very nice counter-trend movement, a corrective price action. I'm observing a flat here with the 3 waves down for wave A, then wave B that rallied just with a minor spike to a new high where everyone turned bullish on silver, and obviously that's sometimes it's not the best approach because the opposite of expectations will occur. So what happened later is we have seen a very nice reversal all the way back to this wave A swing low. Okay, and we also spiked and took out this swing low as well. Something similar like we have seen here back in February. So in my opinion, I think that now it's time to look for to the other side. We also have seen a break out of this wedge. So I'm thinking about more upside after any pullback. Now we are at the temporary resistance here at 24.80, $25, so maybe some supports here, but after pullback eventually I think that we could see a new leg to the upside at least towards 26. Even if this would prove to be later like a temporary ABC rally, I think that there is still room for 25.70 up to $26. Now let's take a look also on final market today, which will be German DAX. Now if you were tracking our analysis in the past, then you know that I've been bullish on German DAX, and we've been highlighting this pullback as a corrective one within higher degree uptrend, because there's always much easier to follow the trend if you label each pullback, each drop as a correction, especially if you have an overlapping price action rather than an impulse. So this has been the case here for a wave 4. We came very nicely back to the area of a former wave 4, and now we are already recovering well above this upper trendline resistance. So I'm thinking about more upside here into wave 5 that will take us back to all-time highs, but on the smaller time frames, intraday charts, notice that I can count 5 waves up. So yes, that's a bullish structure, but it may suggest that we could again temporarily slow down here for a new correction and then take off, because as you know, market is not just one directional. There are always 5 steps forward, 3 steps back, and that's what Elliott wave is trying to show us here. We have first 5 waves up, so just be aware of potential 3 wave setback. If that would be the case, then of course you would anticipate potential supports at the area of a former wave 4, or maybe even around this trend line, broken trend line, if will be retested. So supports definitely 15,400. Also, what's maybe important to mention here, that we are currently running into this head and shoulder projection level. So again, maybe another reason why we could see a temporary slowdown. But overall, obviously, German DAX is bullish, and at some point, I think that we will back above 16,000. Traders, thank you very much for your attention, and again, talk to you soon. Bye.